Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we complete our season. We have an away game against Aston Villa in the Premier League to finish that one off, and then the big one, the Europa Conference League final. As you can see, we're still sat in 12th place, and recently, I'll be honest, our form has taken a bit of a nosedive. We've not got Kevin Meikle up front, knocking in the goals for us, and unfortunately now the teams behind us, Burnley, who are away against Leicester, and Southampton, who are away against Newcastle. I'm hoping that neither of those sides will get the wins, but we could actually finish fourth. Actually, no, Southampton can't catch us, can they? We could finish 13th, and we did mention that in yesterday's episode. I'm a little bit disappointed with the way the end of the season's gone. We've really dropped off in our form. After losing to United, we drew with AZ Alkmaar, of course, to get through, but then we drew 1-0 with Bournemouth, and we played poorly in that game, to be honest. And then we lost 3-1 at home to Europe chasing Watford. So, like I say, today it's going to be tough against Aston Villa away, and then obviously we've got that huge game in the European final. I'm hoping for a win against Villa, largely just to give us that little bit of extra confidence going into that European final, because it's been a rough run of games. Ibrahima Mendes has played; he was shocking against Watford, as were a couple of the defenders, but we'll see. As you can see, morale is dwindling slightly as well with a few of the players, but we'll just have to see how we do. Um, Fitness-wise, again, struggling. Falkenberg is injured again. Meikle, I'm hoping, will be back in time for the Conference League final, but we'll have to wait and see. We've got Mourinho in goal, Anning, Branthwaite, Eisner and Davis at the back, Navarro, Doyle and Toma in midfield, Iglesias, Abaya and Mendes are our front three. Mendes, he's had such a poor season. I thought he'd be a really important player for us this season. Did okay in the European qualifiers, but aside of that, he has not been anywhere near, which has been a bit disappointing, to be honest. So we go into this game just hoping for a win to finish off the season well and hit that 50-point mark. It would be a good achievement. Villa did have the beating of us last time out. I'm hopeful we can reverse that scoreline. They've lost their last three. We haven't won in five. Let's see how it goes. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it just finished 0-0, to be honest. But I am hopeful that we can push on a little bit in this game. There's no pressure on us, obviously, but we want to go into the final with a bit of form. Burnley and well, it's just the Burnley game we're keeping an eye on, really. We can't catch anyone above us, so 12th place is assured, providing as the highest point, should I say. 13th place is the lowest, so it's just a case of how we get on today and how Burnley get on as well. Here's Davis, just about picking it up ahead of Didier. Now Mourinho into Branthwaite. Plays it across to Anning. Forward to Iglesias. Back into Anning again. Just patient build up here. Tommy Doyle into Iglesias again. Looking over the top. Callum Doyle does well to clear. Yao Gomez to Gohadani. Toma did well but couldn't find a player of our team. And a buyer into Eisner. Back into Branthwaite. We're doing well at recycling possession at the minute. Here's Tommy Doyle looking over the top and Brandon Abaya in behind from that right hand side. It's a very good finish actually from Brandon Abaya. Levakovic was quite poor to be beaten from that angle, but Abaya gives us the lead here. And it's probably the best move we've done in the last few games, to be honest. Tommy Doyle with a lovely ball over the top and Abaya's pace certainly proving the difference there. And you can see how much we've missed him. I know we did well in the European games without him, but that is how important he can be. He's so good from that right hand side with his pace, and I think that's certainly going to be in his position going forward. He did want to play up front, but he seems to have settled now. Davis with a good challenge just to slow down Didier, but he's played it back to Yao Gomez and now Gohadani into Willock, and Jaden Bogle completely free, switches it, looking for Didier. Gohadani, Yao Gomez, Willock again, moving it right around, and Bogle's just been left, and Iglesias didn't track the run from the right back. That is very poor defensively again, and once again we concede. We've really not played well these last few matches. Burnley, incidentally, are behind against Leicester for moments. They've just equalised, in fact. Davis here to Eisner, into Branthwaite, Navarro, Branthwaite, Anning. We're knocking the ball about reasonably well at the back, but we need to do it going forward as Didier intercepts the ball from Lucian Toma, and here come Aston Villa again. Turner and Willock exchanging passes. We're not putting the challenges in here, and Iglesias is tracking Bogle again, and he's not putting a challenge in. Abada, Bogle, Yao Gomez, it's been blocked and Eisner clears, but again Iglesias is doing nothing defensively here. He's managed to win a free kick, but we need to wake up. Iglesias especially not doing enough tracking back there, and Anning's been poor as well again. As we go towards half-time again, we don't look like we've got a goal scorer in the side. Mendes has done nothing once again. Abaya did well to get his goal, but central striker, we've got nothing being offered for us there. And again, it's not good enough. We've had a really good season, and these last few games we've been poor. We need to pick it up. We've been the better team today overall, which is good, but we need the win. We need all the confidence we can get. Burnley, incidentally, are now winning against Leicester. Kalimuendo, who scored twice against us, I might add, has scored both goals there. Leicester have just equalised again. Iglesias with a delivery from the free kick, and it's bundling about in the penalty area, and we can't get it in. Abada manages to clear, and Navarro finds Iglesias, who strikes it from distance. It's gone just wide of the post. That was a really big opportunity for us there, and again, player fitness coming into question. Livakovic into Doyle, now Yao Gomez. They're trying to play it out from the back here. I'm hoping we can catch them out here. But Abada finds Coyle, and there's no pressure on the ball here. And Gardani, well, Eisner just about did enough. But again, panicking in midfield, and Bertram is in. And Bertram produces the save from Mourinho. But again, so poor. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the side at the moment. We've just completely dropped off from everything that we've been playing well in. And it's just not happening for us anymore, for whatever reason. Marquez and Prieto are going to come on, along with Muller. I mean, Mendes has been absolutely terrible. We're going to bring Polidoro on for him up front. And defensively, again, we've been absolutely terrible. We're going to bring Spedicato on for Anning. And we'll bring we can't bring Rhodes on as well, can we? No. That's going to have to do. But I'm getting to a point with Mendes. I know he's struggling for confidence, but when he's come back in the side, occasionally he's looked good and he's scored a couple of goals. But since then, he's been poor every single game. 6 rating, 6.1, 6.2. And his days are numbered, I think, to be honest. It's no good having a supposed goal scorer if he's not scoring goals, is it? Willock here to Yao Gomez. Now Abada. Again, Bogle completely free on that right-hand side. And he's played it in for Coyle, and he's just put it wide. That should have been a goal, that, for Aston Villa. We need to wake up big time. We don't even look like we're going to go forward, which is ridiculous. I'm not changing it to attacking because it just leaves us even more open at the back. And I know Villa had the beating of us last time, but this is really, really poor from our point of view. And yet we've created more chances, supposedly. And yet every highlight has just been Villa. Burnley are behind against Leicester. So that's something in our favour. We need a goal. Come on. Finish the season on a high. Villa have now got more chances than we have. They've had more chances than we have. And it's going to end in a 1-1 draw. I mean, it's not good enough. The lack of goal scorer is a big worry. And again, not good enough. At least we didn't get beat this time, but that is not good enough. And Mendes, I can't. I'm struggling to find where we can play him when we can play him at the minute, because every single game he's been playing in, apart from the game he scored a couple of goals in, he's been terrible. He's not even looked like scoring a goal. And in the end, overall, Premier League wise, great performance. We were one of the favourites for relegation. We finished 23 points clear, and we finished in 12th place. And to be honest, I'll take that. I'm perfectly happy with that mid-table finish. We've done extremely well this season overall with a young side, and they're all they've all gained a massive amount of experience this season, and hopefully they can continue it into next season. Like I say, from the size of the squad we have, I think we're in a good position. And they're all young, they'll all develop well. But at times we have struggled, and it is a bit of a concern that Mikkel, who's been our top man up front, when he's been injured, Mendes hasn't come in and done the job. So Mendes might be a player that we try and move on, but we'll have to wait and see on that. We've got 10 days until the Europa League final. Hopefully, we can get through these 10 days without any extra injury concerns, without any suspension issues or anything like that. Fingers crossed. Might put in a friendly just to get the confidence up a bit if we can. And let's see what happens in the European final. Be back momentarily. Okay then, here we are. It's the biggest game of Sunday League to Champions League so far. We have a Conference League final here. Away, I say away. We're playing at Metalist in Ukraine. So, really big chance for us. Slavia Prague have never been in a European final either. I'm really hoping we can do the damage here. We've got Mourinho in goal, Anning, Branthwaite, Eisner and Davis at the back, Doyle, Navarro and Toma in midfield, Iglesias, Abaya and Mikkel as our front three. Mikkel isn't fully fit, but he's fit enough to play around 75 minutes. Hopefully he can do damage before he starts to get tired. Like I say, massive, massive game this one. We've had a bit of a poor end to the campaign, but we did finish in 12th. Top stuff over the course of the Premier League overall. We have had a little friendly as well, and we won 4-0, so that gave the side a little bit of confidence. Let's see how we get on. Fingers crossed we can do the job here against the Slavia Prague side, who we still want this player, Vasily Pak. He's been out injured for quite some time. He's a player that we're looking at signing over the summer, hopefully. Whew, here we go. Let's see what we can do. I'm hoping he doesn't have a good game against us today, Vasily Park. Like I say, he's a very good quality player as an inside forward, in my opinion, which is why I want to bring him in. Let's see how we do. Early stages would suggest we're doing very well. Possession is very much in our favour, and we've had the majority of chances so far. Just the one attempt on target though, 20 minutes gone, no highlights as of yet. Here we go, Davis looking to pick it up, Vosterek plays it back to the goalkeeper Kaderabek. He manages to clear, but Branthwaite easily knocks it up and finds Tommy Doyle and now Lucian Toma. Abaya looking to get on Jurasek, now Zafiris. Abaya's won it back, Kevin Mikkel is there. Is there an offside? I don't think there will be. Kevin Mikkel has put us in front. He's come back from injury just in time for this final. What a huge boost it is for us to have a proper goal scorer up there. Mendes has struggled so much. But Abaya, brilliant stuff from him. Just laid it across to Kevin Mikkel. And we are ahead 21 minutes into this Conference League final. Neither side has been in a European final before. It's a new thing for both of them. Here's Davis into Abaya. Plays it in. Mikkel. It's 2-0. 2 in 3 minutes for Kevin Mikkel. He is back. And my word, he is doing the damage for us just as we'd hoped. He's fit enough to play around 75 minutes. And it doesn't matter to me. If this continues, he will be off at half time. 25 minutes in, we're 2-0 up here in the Conference League final. Kevin Mikkel doing the damage. Here is Iglesias with a free kick, whips it in. It's only just over the crossbar. And with the way this is going, it could be the most convincing win in European final history. What a performance this is so far. 70% possession, 4 attempts on target from us. We are dominating proceedings here. And a buyer with 2 assists in there as well. If we could get a third goal before half time, it would pretty much guarantee the result, I would say. Here's Meikle, plays it forward, Abaya picks it up, he is on a yellow card, he has got to be a bit careful. Abaya picks it up again, chance to cross here, holds on to it, plays it into Lucian Toma, back into Abaya, can he get the ball in? Toma does, Kevin Meikle back to Davis, and it's just over the crossbar. Again, very well worked move, Meikle right at the heart of it, along with Abaya. Half time, we are 2-0 up. And we are on the way potentially to European glory and a place in the Europa League for next season, of course. So, I mean, we qualify for Europe in the Championship. I dare say that's not been done ever. But now we have a chance after finishing 12th in the Premier League to qualify for the Europa League by winning the Conference League. So going into next season, of course, this is going to be another European campaign as it stands as well. Exciting times ahead at Brentford Football Club, with us at the helm, of course. Still no issues in terms of fitness either. 1 or 2 players just starting to get tired, but look at the performance levels from everybody. Eisner's just started to struggle. And Miko, of course, who's fit enough for 75 minutes, he will not want to be coming off. He's on a hat-trick, of course, and far be it from me to take him off at this stage. Abaya's had a good game, he's on a yellow card, but it doesn't matter to me right now. 20 minutes to go. Levesque on for Eisner, who, like I say, he did have that fitness concern. Jurasek into Linger. Now's Jurasek. Into Pak. They have had a habit of coming into games late on as well, Slavia Prague. I'm hoping it won't be the case here. Here's Vostarek. Good tackle by Tommy Doyle. Lucian Toma. Into Navarro. Now Anning. Has support ahead of him. Looks for Iglesias, who does pick up on it. Can he get a cross in here? Still Iglesias. Into Anning. He whips it in. Abaya at the far post. It's 3-0. And we are European champions here in the Conference League. What a delivery from Anning. And Abaya very much deserved. 2 assists and a goal now for him. I mean, they're checking it with VAR. It doesn't matter. It's been awarded. It was a brilliant delivery from Anning as well. Iglesias just knocking it back to him. Anning whipping it into the far post. Abaya with the header. There was no way he was offside there. There was probably 2, maybe 3 defenders playing him on. They checked it anyway. But we are done here. Sean Davis has picked up an injury, unfortunately. Dan Rhodes is going to come on for him just to finish off the match now. And Anning, with that assist, he's going to come off for Spedicato as well. Considering Miko was only fit enough for 75 minutes, he's just about getting to that point now. Again, I don't really want to take him off. He's had a fantastic game. We'll just leave it as those 2 substitutions for now. But this has been a fantastic performance. And yes, we've struggled in the Premier League, and I know the quality difference between the Czech League and the Premier League is very much in favour for us. But considering the run that we've been on at the end of the season, this is a brilliant, brilliant performance and result. We've dominated the game here. And there's a few players struggling now, but it's the last game of the season. Here it comes. Iglesias with a free kick here. And it's at the far post there for Levesque. It's gone just over the bar. It was almost 4-0. I'm very much glad that it didn't go all until the very end. It's a very comfortable victory in the end, but what a performance. We have won the Conference League. It's a massive, massive achievement, but it continues our run with Brentford. 2 trophies last year, League and Cup double. We've won the Europa Conference League this season, and Abaya with a 10 out of 10. I mean, what an unbelievable season overall, really. And all these young players to have won a European competition at this stage of their careers, with the chance to do it next season in the Europa League. Bring it on. That is absolutely fantastic stuff. And that finishes the season in style for sure, doesn't it? We are European champions. Excellent stuff. Sean Davis is out for 3 to 4 weeks. It's end of season. It doesn't matter. 4.5 million for winning the Conference League final. A number of players there, obviously, with medal winners. Yes, I do lead Brentford to glory. You beauty. And there we have it. We are Conference League champions. We finished 12th in the Premier League, and we look forward to next season. A lot of money coming in. Qualified for the Europa League. There it is. And we'll enter the competition at the group stage, so we don't have to do qualifiers either, which is excellent stuff. I mean, yeah, it does help with pre-season, but at the same time, I mean, what can I say about that? Well done to everybody involved at the club for that one. And we move on to next season. We will potentially make 1 or 2 signings. We may have 1 or 2 players leave the club. We'll have to wait and see. But coming up tomorrow, transfer roundup so far, and then the start of the new campaign for sure. And we'll see where we end up. So until then, guys, thank you very much for all your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. And this is Big Will signing away.